Commanders Field holds a little more than 80,000, and they have come out in droves here in Landover, Maryland. A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He'll get that to his tight end, Theo Johnson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. They'll look to throw now on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up second down. Now, this defense for the Commanders, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive. And he'll take this down to the 33. You talk about this Washington defense. They played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. So just a tremendous play there defensively on this opening drive. Not just to make the interception, but to take it all the way home.
And it felt like this was a defense that was on its heels a bit to start this thing off.
Yeah, they pretty much let the other guys march right down the field until that moment.
Yeah, key play there. Turned it all around. Big moment.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down.
Every guy that plays this game has plenty of people around him that are concerned for his health and well-being. He had no regard for his body on that catch at all, did he?
Middle of the field, diving to grab it? No, he didn't. Here's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and that'll make it second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of...
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A great effort there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second. We do have a flag. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Off play action. Goodrich. Oh, and that is incomplete. You talk about this Giant defense. They find themselves just a couple of spots outside of the top 10 defending the pass, number 12 in the league.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package, and that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 15 yards the pickup. 1st down, Washington. Looking to throw. Goodrich. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Now a 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Goodrich. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. Now a give right side. Shelton. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Anderson. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
We've called a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. A great play there. His 1st touchdown on the year. And the Giants have taken the lead. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Just get it in the pocket. Come on, be patient.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 24 yards. Back to throw now on 1st down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 2. Back to throw. Goodrich. That's going to be caught by Pickens. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 26. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Nolan Smith brings him down on the pass rush.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Looking to throw. Goodrich. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And it's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one. It's got to be so tough having the ball in the middle of the field like that, knowing that a linebacker is just waiting to make a big tackle like we just saw.
No doubt about it, because offense coordinators love to call plays to send receivers into the middle of the field. And linebackers, they want to naturally discourage those plays from being called.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a 1st down. Well, obviously, they never want to see penalties on that defense, but this one, a little bit more significant there on the downfield pass play.
And coaches preach it all the time. You can't put yourself in that kind of position if you're the defender. You've got to stay in a spot far downfield where you can play the ball without creating extra contact.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun, Goodrich. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Did he get the feed down? Yes! Touchdown! A 9-yard touchdown ground. And the Commanders are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better. And
they do a double team, and it's intercepted. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Well, why do you go out and spend a first-round pick on a defensive back? Plays like that. The rookie gets his first interception.
You have to have guys who can limit the other team's number of plays run and possessions.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame. And
this is caught inside the 15. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That one good for 37 yards.
But they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to greenlight that type of a play call. I love their aggressiveness.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
He'll try again. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone.
Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. They're going to look to throw. Touchdown!
Malik Neighbors.
His 104th career touchdown, one shy of Tim Brown on the all-time list.
And the Giants have taken the lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And the lead is now 21-14.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Right now they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football is certainly paramount right now.
Yeah, and it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might touch the ball is getting the same message. Guys, ball security, paramount. Let's take care of it, and if we do, we've got a chance to put points on the board.
2nd and 6. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
13 yards there at a Washington first.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Shelton.
And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd down and 9.
Back to throw. Goodrich. Quick hitter here. It's complete. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Now 3rd down and 7.
Operating from the gun. Goodrich.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Troy Anderson. And the Giants are going to take over here up near the 40.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
That one taken in by Neighbors.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's second down.
Just outside of the nation's capital in nearby Landover, Maryland. Welcome in. We're getting a look at the enormous Northwest Stadium. Two teams sitting above 500 in the early season, but only one will stay that way as we're off in week 4. Return coming from the 6. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. They get to him, and he loses the football. It's out! And the Commanders pick this this one up. Well, this one's certainly off to an exciting start, partner. Hopefully this... We're going to see the whole way today. While a new offense preps to head out, we've got a stoppage. They want to make sure this is a turnover.
What's going on, guys?
No way, you're kidding me!
Catch the ball, defense. Come on. Smack down on it, boys. Smack down.
To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
Like a good target, Brock, Neighbors is there. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. Give him 13 on that play. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down. Throwing from the gun here. Has it at the 7. And then touchdown, New York. So a touchdown on the board for him, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
Here's Patterson now to kick this away. Returnable from the 2. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Lone back gets the handoff. And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. Drew Phillips making the tackle. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. They go play action here. Headed out right. He's keeping it. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
This is one of those occasions that it looks so promising when you take off as a quarterback, and then you're reminded just how fast these defenses are in the NFL. Couldn't quite move the chains, but it wasn't for a lack of trying.
From the gun on 3rd down. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. They get 13 on the pickup. And that'll be good for a Washington 1st. They'll try and throw it here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And it sets up 2nd down. Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. Opening drive going according to plan. This is 1st and 10 at the 36. Cut out left. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
2nd and 3 now. from the 29. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. Give him 3 on that game. And the Commanders will have a first. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
They send a tight end in motion. Here's 2nd and 11. Finds him on the slant. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that'll be good for a Washington first. Working inside the red zone. Jump off caught by his back. And he's in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders finish off their opening drive. PAT effort coming up. The point after splits the uprights. And the Commanders start off well to tie things 7-7. The Commanders kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Starting from the 5. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Gets this to Johnson. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Kay, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
1 quarter down for these two NFC East teams. Both teams neck and neck so far. We're back to Northwest Stadium right after this. Second quarter about to get underway, and an opportunity to score here for the Giants. They'll try and punch it in, and the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Kid, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they...
And that's a New York touchdown! Patterson on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Giants break that tie and now lead by 7. Here's Patterson now to kick this away. Fielded at the 7. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Dexter Lawrence on the tackle.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make third down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Throwing on 3rd and long. And he didn't get enough into that throw. That's low and incomplete, so they're going to be facing 4th down coming up. The Commanders ready for the punt. And no doubt he wants a good start for himself here in primetime. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. He's got it at the 24. He will go! Touchdown, New York! The Giants take a 13-point lead. They have him back there because of what he can do with even the smallest sliver of daylight. And for my money, Brock, there aren't many plays more exciting than seeing a punt return for a touchdown.
You know, it kind of reminds me of the playground back in the day, right? You're playing tag, and you just can't get to that guy. He's just making you miss. Whether it is, I don't know, Devin Hester, Dante Hall, the human joystick, or Cordero Patterson, those elite guys, you just can't bring them down.
So after giving up the punt return score, Brock, let's see if they can answer on a different type of return. Pierce now on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Pass play coming here. Hits his running back. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Hauled in left side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They pick up 20 yards there. And the Commanders will have a first.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Back to pass on 1st and 10. Catch made underneath by the back. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Here's 2nd and 5. Throw left side, complete. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. That one ends up a gain of 6. And that'll be good for a Washington first. They'll run here from the gun. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that 1st down.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
From the red zone now. Gets it towards the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, that's one that's going to haunt him. There's just no question about it. A drop touchdown in the end zone. Now comes the mental toughness part of it. You got to flush that play quickly so you can make an impact later.
Motioning one of the tight ends. Here's the lone backup. Massive hit. The ball is out. And it's picked out by the Giants. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Throwing now following the turnover. He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. He's got it deep downfield. Touchdown, New York! The Giants grow their lead off the turnover. Malik Neighbors with a touchdown. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
Here's Patterson now to kick this away. Pierce now on the return. This return makes it up to the 25. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Right now, let's go get six. All right. Good luck here. Cut 19.
Now they'll throw out of the gun. Completed over the middle. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Commanders will have a first. Now looking to throw. That one's complete right side. We're working a couple of yards past the line. Troy Anderson that time with the tackle.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
2nd and 8. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. He's dropping back to throw. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now they're staring at 4th and long. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up, past their own 30. Looks like he might break it for a minute, but still a good 14 yards on the return. And it'll be Giants football. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Airing it out to start this drive. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Handoff now from the gun. And he'll get it up to the 44. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
A split second, all that kept the defense from making a stand right there. It's amazing, man. This game of inches and split-second reactions. A nice bit of burst, surge forward for enough to go get that first by a couple before they could finally drag him down. The defender's not going to be thrilled. The catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
2nd and 10 now. Finds him over the middle. And he takes it up and across midfield to Commanders territory. Commanders with an extra DB out there to defend this 3rd down. That one's caught along the left sideline. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. The Giants using their first timeout. All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. They'll throw it again. He finds Johnson. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. Timeout taken by the offense, their 2nd. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. They send a man in motion. Still sticking with the passing game. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
He has the first over the middle. And that one's going to move the chains. The Giants are going to call their final timeout here. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. They've got a man in motion. Trying to throw here out of the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Hit arrived as the ball did to break things up. It's 2nd and goal. They are throwing it again. And oh, he got it! Interception! Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Commanders make the defensive stand and come through with a turnover in the final moments of the half.
Not a lot of one-play swings bigger than that one right there. That throw looked destined for 6, and instead, well, it gets intercepted by the defense. The only way to get bigger is if he somehow returned it 100-plus yards for 6 the other way. But what a gigantic swing of emotion.
First and 10, they're going to throw. It's out, that's a live ball, bouncing near the goal line. And a stunning loss there, Brock. He ends up in his own end zone. That is a wild safety. Well, Brock, you know that I like to spin positive, so at the very least, they were able to get to that fumble and only give up 2. Easily could have been 6 there.
Well, why don't you haul down to the field and tell those defenders to be positive, too? Because some of their body language is a little dejected. I get it. You wanted 6 points once that ball hit the deck. But cheer up, boys. 2 points in possession, that's not bad either.
Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on 1st down. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. Space, left sideline, and he's off to the races. And somehow they've reached the end zone with no time remaining in the half. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
And the kick is good, so they add 7 to their lead on the final play of our 1st half. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down, and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Here's Patterson now to kick this away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Throw secured by George Pickett. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 22 on that one. And that'll be good for a Washington 1st. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Play action on 1st down. Looking right, and he finds him.